So hey, how's it been? I feel like saying my real name sometimes, but does that really matter? I don't know. Uh, so it's PG28. Just came back from the park. A little bit of I guess you could say pre parkour warm up. Not really any flipping. I think flipping is free running and shit, like flipping and like cartwheels and shit. But I did a little, you know, like get my legs going. Uh, no vaults, no hopping over anything most of the times, but just jumping, hopping, running a little bit, momentum. But I just, mm, it's, I like Prophet of Doom's theme. A lot of times people think that if you're negative or if you're cynical or if you're pessimistic or whatever negative term you want to throw on it, that it, you're too much of that. You go to work and say three things out the day that's like really, it makes you think, thought provoking. Oh, you're a negative person. I can't be. Oh, you're too negative. It's crazy because it's like people have become either that sensitive towards that type of conversation, or it's just an undesirable topic because he can't change what you want to change something and he can't. So they think, and it doesn't suck the life out of me. It, I don't even. It sounds like it is right now, but I don't know how else to explain it because going back to my last video, social maintenance. If you listen to it, um, I spoke on a person that I was once working with. Let me put it like that. Yeah, I was working with him. He's trying to work together to make something happen or whatever. And I just kind of fell out of it because I was like, I'm not ready. I don't like it. I mean, a little bit of excuses, but much of it's, the truth was in there. I really wasn't just feeling that shit. And just now I came back from, passing uh, a hospital of mine. Actually, it's a nursing home. It's a rehab, some rehab center shit. And in the lot, they had yeah, like this Caribbean fair thing. And that was one of the ideas I passed to him to somebody else that I was in a room with. Like, hey man, Caribbean cultures can get together. Not Caribbean cultures, but like just cultures that bring their food and show off the culture and speak on it. They had that just now, and I said that a year or two ago, right? A year or two ago. So that was that, right? And to me, and as I said before, history repeats itself when it comes to an example of the 1920s and the 1930s of America or United States of America, and how people had so much fucking fun. It was parties, it was money, it was just glamour. Like, yeah, 1920s. The 1930s hit, bang, shit got fucked up. It just, and no one seen it coming. No one seen it coming, and it feels like the same thing when it comes to this. I used to be that naive before, like I said, my incident. I was naive. I was like, nah, stuff happens, stuff doesn't happen, blah blah blah, all the case may be. And then the incident happened, and I kind of like got my head out my ass, or at least half my head out my ass, or some shit. And I looked around, I was like, wait a second, this doesn't feel right, you know? I was like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right, you know? I don't really um it doesn't seem it doesn't feel right. I don't like I don't. The reason why I subvert or revert a lot of my social, like I said, maintenance is because I'm saying, you know what? Let me dedicate some energy towards something progressive. Not saying people aren't progressive, but it comes to a point where it's like, you know what? We keep having this funness. Where is the seriousness gonna come in? No, you're too serious. I don't want to do that. I like my life the way it is. I tried so hard to get it this way, and that's where I go. Okay, excuse me. Okay, I'm not gonna fight anybody. I'm not gonna fight anybody. Prophet of Doom's videos or his theme or whatever, it's it's not a lie. You know what I'm trying to say? Most of it probably is misinformation or not misinformation, but like a lack of information thereof. But altogether, it's the truth and it makes sense. Because I would look at some Asian girls. I look at some Asian girls, or I look at some Indian girls, whatever. They're focused. They have their fun. They stay, but they focus. This is I don't say this phenomenon, but in a way, phenomenon for me is that I don't know what to call it. I don't know the correct term for it, but Asian either youth or people who move around from place to place. Meaning this, I once knew a guy. Actually, this yeah, once knew a guy that was in a 3 month program, 3 month program or a 4 month, something like that, where it's like, oh, if you're out of school, you're between the ages of 18 to 24. You probably heard this before. We can help you get a job and pay you while you do it, and blah 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 blah. Right. So it's kind of like a some youth thing, summer employment, where it's like they give a certain amount of kids $3,000, and that's before tax to be in a program to walk around and go to other places and part time work and after that, he help you find a job for like a certain amount of time, right? And the guy was an Asian guy, Chinese, pretty sure he's Chinese, right? Chinese guy, he's cool, but here's a catcher. It's cool and all, but it's like he's a ghost cell. Like they hang around, they're cool, they get their money and they laugh, but they don't really hold on to their past life. You just move on. Well, probably that guy did include me into his circle of socialness, but whatever. But I feel like they're low key guys who just move around place to place, get money place to place, and they dip. I've seen this happen before. I think this happened before. I mean, I don't know. I think so. It's a wild conspiracy of mine, but I've seen it happen twice. So probably I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But more or less, back on topic, they focus and they don't fucking cause trouble for themselves. And that's what irritates me is that they're peaceful. And then I look at my people, and then we're not peaceful most of the time. And that's what irritates me is that I've realized now. I realized that now we've been living in a state of anarchy. I don't even know for how long. We've literally been living in a state of anarchy. Meaning this, we don't concentrate on what runs our lives. We concentrate on what helps our lives run. See, to us, law doesn't help, health doesn't help, teaching doesn't help, fitness doesn't help. What else? Agriculture doesn't help. But these are the same things that keep you going. You at your job, hurt your leg, you go to the doctor's office. Instead of fixing it yourself, you just go to the doctor's office or whatever. Um, you don't know what this is. Instead of getting a book, you go to another person and pay them to teach you. It's like this stubbornness, this just alarming, and it's there, and I can see it, I can feel it, and it hurts. It's like like something's in my, like I got a frog in my throat. Like I want to say the right word to unlock everybody's minds, but it's just I don't know. I don't got the native tongue for it or something. I don't know. And then nonetheless, we speak English. We don't even have our own language. Every other country that comes to this country, every other foreigner or immigrant or whatever that comes to this country has their own language most of the times, and then the secondary language is English. Us, black people, whatever, brown people, African Americans, Africans in America, Moorish Americans, our language is English. First language is English. Second language, too lazy, or it's too hard, or whatever. That fucks with me, man. That literally fucks with me. To focus on it. I know that's why some people don't focus on it because it hurts so much. But I can't run from it. I don't want to run from it. I'm tired of running from it. You should too. But hey, your friends, your family may say no, stay a nigger. That's the thing about it. I wish people really did say that. Stay a nigger. Stop. Oh no, just come on, man. Stop being white. No, 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 no. And say tell people stay a be a nigger. Be a nigger. Whatever. Just say that. Versus oh no, you guys stop doing that, man. That's what you want to say. You should fucking say that. Hurt. What? I'd rather someone hurt my fucking feelings with all their power, not like physically, but hurt my feelings versus lying to me and telling me, oh, it's all gonna be okay. It's not that bad. Just buy this, just buy that. Keep your head down. Da, da, da. I don't know. Probably African Americans or Africans in America are themselves in a state of anarchy. That could be the answer. Every other culture is not in a state of anarchy, but we are. We don't know how to condone ourselves. Or probably it's a class thing. Probably the lower class people don't know how to condone themselves. It's psychotic, man. It's chaotic. And the thing about it is, it's like, what if the ball just drops tomorrow? What if the ball just? I mean, I've never really seen a dead body live, fresh. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, just got killed. I've never seen that. Never seen that. Like, baseball bat to the head, gunshot to the. I've never seen that. Never seen that. And to think one day that can possibly, one day in the future, not too far, that can happen. And what scares me the most is people, not anything. Plants, nature, a piano falling from the sky. I'm not. It's people. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? People. Because instead of fixing themselves right now, they'll say, "No, I'm not doing that." Even though it's kind of just world's an illusion, I know, but I don't want to. I don't want to fix myself right now. I want to. I want to be a rotten hole and just destroy everything. That's a bit far fetched for me. I don't know about you guys. It's a bit far fetched. Far fetched. And the thing about Prophet of Doom is that he says things that get people upset, which is good. I believe in that because if you don't get upset, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. I mean, certain conditions, yes, you can't really avoid it, but damn it, man, let's try. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's try. Before the flame goes out, let's see how big we can get the flame. You know? Hold on. Yeah, pardon me. Had some salty French fries like an idiot. Too salty. Not too salty, but just I shouldn't have ate it. I wish it was watermelon, which I do have in my fridge. there's no. It's like there's no escape. You know. It's like there's no escape. None whatsoever. None. Probably there's no physical escape. There's probably no physical escape. I'm not saying that people are idiots. I'm not saying that. It's just like when. Like I'm not frustrated today, but it's certainly because I really don't know how to put it. I really don't know how to put it. Um, I really don't know how to put it. Um, like I'm great. I'm cool. Like you know what I'm trying to say. I'm cool. I'm not losing my mind. But when it comes to people who say are shooters in schools or in colleges or whatever, not little kids, but like older teenager to adult places, you know, and you have the people who do the shootings. I don't reconcile with them. Neither do I concur, but you have to take in consideration that these people who do that, to my understanding, that they're not dumb. So in a way, it's like everybody's surrounded by fools. Like the ones who can see it or the ones who can do, they're surrounded by just hundreds of thousands of fools. And if you just say, hey, 2 plus 2 is 4, riot, it's crazy. And so they're prone to being quiet. So I'm not saying all smart people are gonna snap, like I have some type of underground group or nothing. But when you consider it in a way, we're kind of outnumbered, so to speak. So then if we're quiet, things will go on. If we're not quiet, we'll shake things up. But how long do we have? Because it's like people are scared, but they're not saying it. They're just like, I'm not scared, but with their best friend, oh my god, best friend, I'm scared. I'm scared, best friend. I just don't tell nobody. Just scared. Because it's like now, in a way, the chickens are coming home to roost. We can't do this no more. And if we can't do it anymore, why should we do it anymore? Where are we going? That's why I said in the beginning, a state of anarchy. Where are we going? What are we doing? You go to a tribe of 100 people, 50 people. Hey, what you doing today? Oh, we're weaving baskets and we're about to put out the fishing nets. The fish are out, this time of season or whatever. And, we're also going to build extra TPs. And okay, thank you. That's it, fine, simple. Hey, what we doing today? Well, what we doing today? Oh, shit, man. I'm going to the store, man. Fuck out of here, shit. Fuck out of here, shit. What we doing today? Oh, yeah. It's crazy because it's like a dream or a nightmare. You don't want to believe that you're not doing nothing. You want to wake up and say, okay, today we're gonna build a garden. Today we're gonna build a treehouse. Today we're gonna build a winery. Today, it's called a winery, right, or some shit like that, right? We make wine and shit, make a lot of grapes or whatever. You want to know what to do, and when you wake up and you don't know what to do, that's crazy. Animals wake up and know what to fucking do. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go scratch my balls and I'll find a mate. I'm tired of humping this teddy bear. I'm gonna go find a mate. You know, we wake up every day, don't know what to do. That's why, not to brag, but I'll cut out. Okay, video games. I want to cut it out. I'll read video game news, but I won't really want to play a lot of video games. Okay, what else? Porn. I don't know. I used to watch porn, not heavily, but like watch porn. I was like, what? Let me stop watching porn. You put that aside. Let me meditate. You gotta include. You gotta cut out things, include more things into your life to give you that awareness and opening. And it actually sometimes it helps people who are trying to find the same path and go, wait a second, oh, you're doing that? I'm gonna do this too. So you get inspiration from you doing something, believe it or not. You'd be surprised who you inspire. You really will. You'd be surprised who you inspire in your lifetime. Just because you don't know a person doesn't mean they're not inspired. And I guess I don't know. I guess I need to get a phone, get some contacts, talk to people, hang out with them. Not like I don't try. I try. I'm not like that's. I'm trying harder. It's just, it's just I don't want to be in danger. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not like I'm gonna obey Obama, obey whatever's coming, because if you lose your freedom for security, you might as well lose both. I know that saying, but I just don't like the idea of danger. Not like, oh, a natural disaster, or incoming baseball. Like, not that. I'm talking about just people plotting on people, like human beings hunting human beings. That that's what I don't like. And the fact that if you try to defend yourself in a right, you can win. But then again, if you do lose, it's a double win for the justice system or whatever. So it's like, that's why I say this is anarchy. It does not seem free flowing. It does not seem peaceful. It does not seem self defense promoted. It's really like, well, if you do that, wagging your finger at somebody, like, it's crazy. So I'm just kind of making this video, this recording, because I haven't made one in a while. My last one was like 30 minutes, but whatever. Uh, but yeah, man, it's just like every concept that people live by now, I don't live by anymore, so to speak. Like, I don't desire a girlfriend. That's, break it down. A girlfriend, friend that's a girl. It's cool, fine. But I don't desire myself to be into love. Let's put it like that. I don't like, oh, I want to be in love with her. I want her to be in love with me. I don't. I just want to be. Why can't I just be? I gotta be something. Be this. Be here. Be there. I just want to be. Nobody. No fuckery. No trickery. Just be. And the fact that that's rare upsets the shit out of me. It's crazy because when I was a kid, I'm growing up thinking everybody got that shit, and then lo and behold, I'm like, whoa, like, hey, I'm not here to cause trouble. No, get out, get out. And I'm just like, it's anarchy. And the thing about it is, it doesn't look like anarchy. That's why a lot of people don't really get it or see it because you don't see the gunshot, you know, holes in the walls and shit. You don't see blood everywhere. They don't see giant rusted cars stacked up in the middle of a road. They don't see it like that. Car barricades and shit. They don't see that yet. So tall weeds and shit. Last of like the game The Last of Us. You know, they don't see that yet. So it's nothing's bad. Nothing's bad is happening. You know, like I lost the quench for money. I'm getting a job. I have a job, but it's just I lost that quench. And I'm glad I did because I would have fit in. You know, I would have fat into the. I wish it was fat. Like I would have fat in, but it's fit in. I would have fit into the current crowd today, but there's no solemn in that. There's no solace in that. It's an illusion of solace. And that's why it's like some people like they listen to me, but then they don't listen to me because it's like I have zero tolerance. I'm not willing to play that game. Hey, what's going on? Come to me, raw dog. Like come to me, raw dog. Can't. Shit. Can't help you. But that's one of the keys. People are scared, but they're not willing to admit they're scared. But people are scared. They're scared their way of life is gonna end, and that's not what you should be scared about, in my opinion. It's called adapting, it's called reading, it's called law, it's called science. These things that we should be teaching ourselves, or at least talking amongst ourselves about. But nah, it's boring. I don't like it too much. Okay. Okay. It's not my, but I was put on earth to do this shit. And I guess I'm doing a good job, not a great job. I'm doing a good enough job. A good enough job. So. Yeah, I'm on this video. It's getting kind of slow down right now. Yeah, little girls at the beach who are wait, yeah, yeah, you had little girls at the beach, probably 12, 11, 10, something like that, or just little girls in general, where I was, the park, beach, whatever, and what you need to do, or what needs to be done, or what is done in certain places, excuse me, is that at certain ages you wear certain things. Now I'm not a predator, but it's just frustrating to see because it opens the doors for predators. And there's this other thing I'll get to, and hopefully I remember that you wear it when you're different, and it denotes your age. Now, how old do they think they are? You know what I'm trying to say? Do they think they're 15, 20, 13? Because what what differentiates a girl? And this was a producer. I think producer Neil was speaking about this on a little clip to catch a predator. Very very like mind not even mind boggling, but like on a common thought provoking level. And I like it too. Like the fact that it raises the question that people don't ask. People think about, but they don't ask anybody else for sake of like assumption wise or whatever, assumption and guilt, some shit like that. What was it again? And before, in the front of this video, in the beginning of this video, there's times where I think about Dave Chappelle's clip, male rape or man rape, and in the beginning, the first 20 seconds, he's like, I don't feel comfortable around people or society anymore, because he's like, there's an animal in each and every one of us waiting to get out or just, crazy, and And you can look up Dave Chappelle now. I think he's coming back or something like that. But it's the truth. You always get those small town people from places that to get big, and you get big, and they're like, "Yeah, this is cool, it's cool," and then you go into these places where you don't usually go if they were not big, and then you really they find out the truth. So shit's crazy. It's anarchy. It's anarchy. But like I was going back into the kid thing in a way. Let me see how I can put this. Like everybody knows you shouldn't be wearing what they're wearing, but the hairstyle, it doesn't denote age anymore or bracket of age. You know, you can be any to be anything and anybody anytime you want. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's a great opportunity, but look at what people are doing with that great opportunity. The majority of people. Okay, moving on. To the place I was going to. I think we as people have been taught to have sex in a homosexual and pedophilic type of bracket. I read a little bit of that in Layla Africa, Doctor Africa's book Nutricide, a little bit in that section, and I definitely it makes sense because to have sex for pleasure is what the Romans did and the Greeks or whatever, right? Now, for us today to be doing the same thing, what does that make us? Romans and Greeks. It can't make us African. It can't make us Indian, Native American. It can't make us Moorish American. It can't make us. It can't make us a really deep rooted culture that has laws and science and order. Because it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. How does it make any sense for you to say, like, who teaches us how to do what we're doing today? And if so, and if whoever it is, whatever, is it correct? Is it not correct? Do you agree? Do you not agree? Where did it come from? Where's it going to end up? When's it going to end up? That's an important part to ask yourself. Um, just think about it. Because you don't have sex for pleasure. You don't have sex for reproduction. You have sex for pleasure, right? When homosexuals have sex, you don't have it to give. They don't try to have a baby. They have it for pleasure. So everything's not everything's. I won't say everything's connected, but some things are. Oh, that wasn't him. What's that? And I was thinking about somebody I met today, and if it was like this poet guy from where I thought he was, but it could have not been. But these guys look similar. You know what I'm trying to say? So, ooh, awkward moment after the fact. Like, oh, I don't know you. I thought I know you. Well, I know you a little bit, but I don't know you. I thought you were somebody else. Um, but back on the topic. That was like an out loud thought that just flowed into the video. Um, but it's if you're trying to rule over somebody, you try to get every aspect. No, I wouldn't say you try to get every aspect, but I would at least try to. Me myself would try to cover every aspect a of a nation, conquer every part of it. That's what I would do. That's what you would have to do. So why would they leave sex out? So, oh my God, just think about if we had sex only to reproduce and we like kind of probably kissed or I don't know, but something little bit, but not too much foreplay or not too much any non-sexual activities, right? We just had sex to reproduce. If homosexuality came along now in that parallel universe where we only have sex to reproduce, it would have been a different story. It would have been a different response. I really believe that would have been a different response to homosexuality. Because you'd be like, wait a second, what you doing? I want to feel good, man. It feels good. I love him. I love her. But you're not creating a baby. What are you doing? And then it's not even like that. Like it's not even like that's the only level. They're pretty much saying with that like, yo, I don't want to create any more kids. I don't want to prolong the human race. In that universe, there would be a different response. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But in this universe, We do it for pleasure. So if we do it for pleasure, and someone else is like, "Hey man, how come I can have any pleasure?" That's not fair. You know what? You can have pleasure because I'll be wrong. And then next thing you know, it's something else. Next thing you know, hey man, how comes I can't do this with someone younger than expected to be? I want to feel good. I want to make them feel good. And the kid's like, well, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? And then you have a hard decision to make. But then you go, wait a second. Whatever. Next thing you know, that's accepted. Then it's just pleasure. Pleasure over procreation is what I'm arguing. For you to see that. So yeah, that's I believe I got calluses. Man. I really got calluses. That's connected. That's connected. So I'll leave with that. I'll leave you with that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hearing me out, coming this far with me on this journey, or just rant and vent, rant. I don't know. Um. Mm, mm, yeah. But yeah, I'll leave with that. My parkour, like I said, pre warm up, not much, but if you gotta listen to this twice, listen to it twice, or download it some shit. But yep. See you later. Remember,